about the viruses that we're having and some other issues too. My friends, every year we notice now we are coming down with a new strain of viruses, flu viruses, and we don't know the origin of them. My friends, the puss is now getting out of the bag because there are some people in the United States who work in these lab areas where they create a lot of these diseases. Some of them became Christians and some fed up because they realize this is wickedness against humanity and they are now leaking. We are now getting to understand that the plane, which I suspected long ago, those planes that you see flying over the Caribbean with this long streak of white smoke behind it, it is not what we think. These planes, my friends, is spreading viruses on the population. I noticed something recently that every time one of these planes passes over the island, within few hours or in a day, we have heavy rains. And what I understand is that these planes, the virus that they sprayed out in the form of clouds, it meshes with the rain cloud. And so that is why when you notice after we had some good showers of rain, then you see all kind of flu viruses just pumped up all over the place in the island. Some of which the doctors don't even know what to prescribe for people. A lot of people got better by just trying their own home remedy. Because what these elite and the Illuminatis and America don't understand is that Jamaica is one of the countries with some of the strongest form of herbal medicines. And it is because we are foolish, stupid, and not trying to be innovative and stand on our own 2 feet, why we have to be getting medicines and tablets from the United States. Because there are so many herbs in this country and trees with great antibiotics and other medical strength in them that we can look after our population without have to take any medicines from abroad. The Americans cannot be trusted because they are wicked. White people especially, they want to kill out black people because they think that they are the only human being. And especially Americans, they are trying to kill out the black race. Recently, I saw on YouTube where two gentlemen were interviewing an American who said a group of them went to South Africa, sent by the US government, to inject people with HIV. Now, this is as cold and as wicked as anyone can think. To inject the black people in South Africa with HIV. And he named a few towns where they went and did it. And when he was asked how many people you inject with HIV, he said about 5,000. Now, my friends, if this is not put under control or some serious attempt by the people in South Africa to put this thing under control, this could multiply, this 5,000 could easily multiply to 5 million within a few years. This is as cold and wicked as anyone can get. The United States of America, my friends, this is what they do. And what I'm now understanding, because people are now leaking, people who work with them are now letting the puss out of the bag. But if they know these people, they will kill them in a flash. The planes that you see flying over the Caribbean and Jamaica often now, letting off this white streak of smoke. Sometimes after the plane is gone from the island, hours after, those thick white smoke remain in the skies. Now we now learn that these, which I suspected long ago, are viruses that they are spraying upon us. And I noticed something, my friend, and I want you to notice it for yourself, that every time that these plane passes over the island and spray this white long streak of cloud behind it, Within a few hours or a day after, we had heavy rains. And after most of these rainfall, that is where we come down with all kinds of few viruses and fever. People getting sick all over because the clouds meshes with the rain cloud and bring the disease down. So this argument about mosquitoes giving us chickpea, zickpea and dengue is total rubbish and lies. My friends, even our medical practitioners out here and people work in the health services, they are telling us on radios and television to try and get rid of mosquitoes as much as possible. This island, my friends, has never been out of mosquitoes, not even for a day. So why are these viruses popping up all over the place? No. My friends, even when you try to move every cans and old tires and so forth that can store stagnant waters around your premises, we will still have mosquitoes because all the mountains and the hillsides, my friends, the majority of them in Jamaica, there are things in there that store waters and breed mosquitoes. Sometimes even the rocky areas, there are basins in the rocky areas that store waters and breed mosquitoes after a few days. So this island has never been out of mosquitoes. So this argument about mosquitoes spreading virus and disease, this is a disguise from the US, the wicked United States government and their health services to tell our stupid people out here who are not using their brain that it is mosquito. My friends, they are using the word transmit. That the mosquitoes is transmitting the viruses here, so we should get rid of them. If the mosquitoes is transmitting the virus, where the mosquito get the virus from? If we have stagnant waters breeding mosquitoes, and the mosquito comes out of the stagnant water with chickpea and zickpea and dengue and other viruses, it means that these viruses must be in the water. So where the virus came from? My friends, I saw a journalist interviewing a Russian scientist one day. And the man was saying that he can use an handful of anthrax powder. I'm not sure of the pronunciation, but it sounds like anthrax powder. And the man said he can use one handful of it and blow it into a city like New York City, and the entire 8 million could come down with chicken pox. As a youth, way back in the 60s, I catch chicken pox, and I thought it was something just coming out of the air, not knowing that it was man-made disease. It is the same thing, my friends, with chickpea, zickpea, and dengue. All of them is lab disease. The Americans do it for two reasons. One, to kill out black people. Two, to make medicines and tablets sell, and their people become billionaires. That's the aim. My friends, look at the word transmit. There is something in an engine called transmission in a car. What the transmission does is to transmit motion, turning from the engine to the wheel. So then the transmission is not the origin of the motion or of the turning, because the transmission does not turn by itself. It depends on the engine to turn, then the transmission turn the wheel. So if the mosquitoes is transmitting dengue, it means that the mosquitoes is transmitting it from somewhere. My friends, we must be wise and stop letting the Americans pushing rubbish down our throat and fooling us about mosquitoes is responsible for this disease. And I am warning the Jamaican government to stop taking drugs from the US. It is better we die than to allow them to kill us. These people cannot be trusted anymore. We can't take medicines and tablets from the US to help our people when them same one is trying to kill us. They're a wicked set of people. It is the same thing with that medical ship that they send out here. They are not giving that free to their people in their country, but they are sending it here into the Caribbean because we are a set of guinea pigs and a set of jackass and fools. So they see where they can kill us out and be rich off of us, inject all kinds of sickness and disease in us, and then we have to import a lot of it from them, making their people become billionaires. My fellow Jamaicans, be wise. And I'm calling upon the government and the medical scientists in Jamaica to start using Jamaican herbs. Make your own antibiotics and other medicines and look after your people. Jamaica has some of the strongest herbs in the world. It is hard to find anywhere else in the world with so many herbs with the strength of Jamaica. My friends, I remember years ago as a little youth, about 12 to 13 years old, I catch a bad cold called pneumonia. You cough cold and blood would come up with it. And when I was at the age of about 19 to 20 years old, I catch the same cold again. And I drank a herb, boiled it and drank it, called Jack in the Bush. And when I drank that herb, I said maybe it will help me and slow down the progress of the pneumonia. Till the following morning, I would go to the doctor. But instead of being worse or even stabilized, when I woke up the morning and I coughed up the cold, it was pure cold and no blood. So I drank some more of the Jack in the Bush and it wiped the cold completely off the stomach. That is to show the strength of this one herb, how many antibiotics and strength is in it. And there are many more, but I can't give you all of them today. There is a tree that is called bitterwood, that people would strip the bark of it and put it in beers and store it and drink a little of it every morning. This is also powerful with antibiotics. There are so many things that can heal the people in this country. We don't need to get pills and drugs from America, because what some of them does is to cure one sickness and give you another, because they are wicked. They don't want us to get better. Now, on another subject, the crime and violence in this country. There are people in Jamaica, my friends, that are working with people in the US, Americans, to ship guns into this island to kill off black people and to create this kind of mayhem so that our economies cannot grow because of crime and violence. Now, my friends, they recently found a barrel of guns in Miami. 117 guns destined for Jamaica. And the case is now dead. We're not hearing anything about it. Now, there is no barrel, my friends, packed in the US without the authorities knowing who it is coming from before it gets on the plane or on the ship. They know that. Again, the destiny of the barrel in Jamaica is known. It must be going to either a company or an individual. The next corruption is that there are police officers in this country. That is why we can't control crime. That is a part of the network of criminal activity. It is alleged that the call came from Superintendent Lindsay's office to tell somebody in Montego Bay not to own the barrel. Now, if the authorities out here know that far, how is it you can't find out who is it that made the call from Superintendent office to tell them that? Because once you can get a hold on this police officer, you will get a hold on the persons in Montego Bay who's supposed to receive the barrel. How can something as huge as this just gone dead? A country with so much crime and violence, over 1,000 in 12 months. 117 guns destined for this country. And you mean to tell me the case is dead like that after knowing so much information? That the call came from a superintendent office to tell the people not to own the barrel in Montego Bay. And it is alleged that a PNP councillor is implicated in this because a worker name was on the barrel. And you mean to tell me we can't reach anywhere with this? And guns kept coming into the island? My friends, Peter Phillips and the People's National Party, they are a set of hypocrites and wicked. And Peter Phillips is the next one whose visa should be taken away. Because you notice he pressured the Andrew Holness government to get to the bottom of the corruption with Royal Reid and the others. Right? About money scandal. But this 117 guns destined for Jamaica, he said nothing about it. Because had it got through, it would be killing people, driving up the crime rate, making the government look extremely bad, and that would swing things to the People's National Party. So Peter Phillips is depending on crime and violence and blood to get back into power. But I am warning him, Peter, if blood gets you in, blood will take you out. You People's National Party and you, some of you corrupt police officers who join us with them, you are very much a part of the criminal network and perhaps responsible for 50% of the murders committed in this country. But God is going to avenge you people. The God of heaven is watching you. And what happened in darkness will come to light. And you are going to pay for this cruelty against humanity. You wicked serpent. You said nothing, Peter Phillips, about the guns. You don't pressure the government to investigate further to see who it is that sent the gun from Miami and who it is destined to in Jamaica because a PNP councillor is implicated. And you are fearful that everything will come to light. You wicked serpent. But I am warning you. Your hour is coming. You members of the People's National Party who are wicked to see Jamaicans slaughter, blood running like River Nile, for you to go on the platform and to talk about it and to use it as a stepping stone to get back into power. Your hour is coming.